Welcome back to the news today. This is One-on-One. Well, Israel is heading to early elections, and as former Finance Minister Yair Lapid's Yesh Atid party gained a surprising 19 seats in the last election, the new party's position will be heavily scrutinized in the next few months leading up to the vote, with many wondering how many seats they'll maintain. With us today is Member of Parliament Boaz Toporovsky from the Yesh Atid party. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Let's talk briefly about the history there. You were elected in this basically a sweeping surprise into the Knesset, into the parliament here. A huge surprise, a brand new party. Tell us about being part of that history.
It's only been a year and 9 months, you know, and while it's not a surprise for us, I was number 18, and people, I remember 2 weeks before elections, Yair Lapid told me I was supposed to be in a honeymoon. He said, cancel the ticket, cancel the flight. And so it wasn't a surprise for us. But I think the election right now is a surprise for the Israelis, for the Israeli citizens, and this is a big problem. This is our bad election that we are going right now. This is from all the wrong reasons that Netanyahu takes us into elections, and I hope and I believe that the citizens of Israel will see that the reasons are not the right reasons. The reasons are only personal reasons and not the reasons for the better and the benefit of the Israeli state.
Initial polls so far have indicated that your party, Yesh Atid, may take a major hit in this upcoming elections here now. How do you see that, or what do you think the main issues facing your party will be to avoid that?
We are 100 days before elections, and if you go back to the last elections 100 days ago, we were worse in the polls. So I don't see the polls as the highlight we're going into. We are looking at what we did, and I believe the problem is that the public doesn't understand what we actually did to the public, doesn't understand that we are going to election because Netanyahu didn't want us to succeed, and Netanyahu didn't want us to pass the best budget, the most social budget that Israel has seen in the past 2 decades. We had more than 10 billion shekels added to the social offices, to education, to welfare, to health, and also to interior security. This is added to the 6 billion shekels was supposed to be added to security, to the IDF. And
now all this off the table right now as we go to elections.
All of this is off the table, and we are living, and the country is gonna be run as the last year budget. And if I will remind you, the last year budget was a very harsh budget because we got a deficit. Yair Lapid, as a finance minister, got a deficit of 5% of 40.
Well, there's no question. He inherited a very tough job here, being finance minister. Some would say now perhaps that was a mistake. Initially took criticism for that. This is a difficult job to take on as a new member of the government here with a brand new party. Was it a mistake to take on such a challenging role, such a role fraught with chances to fail?
No, because we didn't come here to pass the time. We came to the Knesset, we came to the government in order to change Israel, in order to bring Israel to the right path. And in this budget, the 2015 budget that Netanyahu is now blocking, they were the beginning of all the good things that Israel needs, and the beginning of all the good budgets that Israeli citizens were waiting for. The housing programs that we had, the welfare, the education, the health, the security, the intersecurity and international security, and all the social budgets, and what Netanyahu did because of, I guess, paranoid. He is paranoid. He saw that his counselor told him, listen, if you let them pass the budget, it'll be good to Israel, and Yesh Atid will get the credit for that.
What
so
do you think about the Prime Minister's accusations that there was a type of coup organized here now by Lapid and by other members? He came after Livni and Lapid specifically, saying they're coming after us, they're trying to topple this government.
The only place that there was a coup was in Netanyahu imaginations. Netanyahu believed the extreme Orthodox. They told him that there is a coup trying to be made, and Netanyahu decided to believe to the extreme Orthodox. You know, the extreme Orthodox only mission is to take out Yesh Atid from the coalition.
Are you surprised that this strong of a rift developed between your party and the Prime Minister?
I am surprised, and I'm not surprised. I am surprised because I would I would want to believe that the Prime Minister of Israel sees only the best interests of Israel and the Israeli citizens. And what we are seeing right now is the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, is seeing only his personal interest and is willing to go with his personal interests, even if it's hurting all the Israeli citizens. The election right now, even if you leave aside all the good budget, the 10 billions more shekels for the social services, only the elections themselves cost 2 billion shekels. The zero VAT program that we were supposed to initiate right now is helping around 200,000 shekels for each young couple, 200,000 shekels for each young couple, and it costs 2 billion shekels. Netanyahu decided to throw that to the basket, throw it away, and go to election that cost the same thing.
Going towards these next elections now, the campaign season that's already begun, is security the main theme here? What will your party try to focus on in this election campaign?
My party is saying something very, very specific. The Israeli citizens have now has to elect whether they want Netanyahu and the extreme right and the ultra-Orthodox in one end, or Yair Lapid as the Prime Minister, with a sane government, with a government towards peace, a government towards a regional summit and a regional understanding and a regional peace that we are waiting for so long, and a government that is working very hard to the citizens, and I believe now the Israeli citizens understand that Netanyahu is not the leader that they are expected of, and Yair Lapid is the only alternative.
Is it reasonable for the Israeli public to expect some form of coalition of the like-minded, a left-center coalition, something that would involve Yesh Atid, perhaps Tzipi Livni, Avodah? Is that in the works at all?
Everybody are talking with everyone, you know. People are talking with the same people are talking with the same people. And I don't believe that, you know, we are all joined up as one party. But there are some connections gonna be made. I don't know about Yesh Atid. The only party that can take votes or bring votes from the right, from the left, and from the center is Yesh Atid, because Yair Lapid is not extreme right, is not extreme left, is not the Labour Party, and I think is the only and the most serious alternative to Benjamin Netanyahu.
Well, it sounds like that's the main theme coming out of your party, at least from you here, is that it's time to topple Netanyahu. It's time to replace the top leadership here.
In the past month, we had suicide bombers. We had budget talks. We had housing program talks, and Netanyahu, what we all know now, didn't take care of any of that. What he did in the past month is talking with the ultra-Orthodox in order to create a new coalition. And now he's going to election, and we know what his next coalition is going to be. It's going to be with the Beit HaYehudi, with the extreme right, and with the ultra-Orthodox. Bring the clock back. That's their agenda right now. And the citizens of Israel they understand, and they have to decide if they want to bring the clock back, to bring more budgets to the yeshivot, to bring more budgets to the settlements, and to demolish the equal.
Your party, new to the political scene in the Knesset, in the Parliament. What have you learned from this last almost 2 years in Parliament now that will help you going forward?
I learned that this is one of the Yesh Atid is one of the best things that happened to the Israeli politics. Even though people profited that we will change, even though people say and are saying all the time that we're not exempling new politics, we stayed the same. We didn't change. We didn't go back from our principles, from all of our principles.
Standing on the principles that the people voted for in the last elections.
We didn't change, and we're going to election because of that, because the old politicians can't understand that we are fighting for what we are promised, and this is the chance for the Israeli citizens.
Boaz Toporovsky,
to give us more.
Thank you very much for being here from the Yesh Atid party and the Israeli parliament. Appreciate your time. Good luck in the upcoming campaign.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for today. I'm David Matlin. Thanks for being with us.